Happy Thursday, Facebook friends. Welcome back to Facebook. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And if you're joining us back here this fine Thursday on Facebook, you'll know that it's time for another edition of Teacher Talk. As we move into kind of the heart of our fall here in the 2023-24 school year, we are excited to share with you, our Facebook community, some really outstanding opportunities for our educators and administrators alike to continue to grow professionally and to come together and network and share lots of wonderful learning in the context of, in this case, we're going to be talking today about special education. So as we look to get started here to talk about this unique opportunity for our special educators and administrators, I'd first like to take the time to welcome back to Facebook my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Good morning, Ms. Stacy. We're going to talk about all things special ed today. So this will be a great conversation with two of our very own here at ROE 47.
Good morning, Angie. Happy to be here. Yes, talking about the upcoming Special Ed Summit. And really, to me, the takeaway from this is this idea of support. We often hear the saying that it really takes a village. And when we're talking about educators, specifically our special education educators, these teachers really need some support from all levels, from administration, from other teachers, from paras, and so forth. So we have two experts here with us today to kind of tell us about that support and what we're doing in our ROE 47 area specifically to help those special ed teachers.
Stacy, you mentioned that support is so important, and I am so proud that we have funds and experts here at ROE 47 to help support our special educators in the area. And actually, it's even broader than our 3-county area. So our office is one of the fiscal agents across the state for the Illinois Elevating Special Educators Network. And so as part of that network, we are dialed into a larger support system from the top of the state of Illinois all the way down to the bottom. And so having that partnership allows us to work with two really incredible people in our office who we're going to introduce right now. They have been on the forefront of leading and supporting special education in what we call Area 1, which is all the way from Rockford down to Peoria, and including our own Leogal and Whiteside County service area. So we have with us today Ms. Shauna Dingus and Kelly Markham from our office, from our team. And I'm going to, as we get started, turn the screen over to these two fine ladies to introduce themselves and a little bit about what they do with the network.
Good morning, Angie and Stacy. We're so glad to be with you today. My name is Shauna Dingus, and I am the program advisor for Northwest Illinois, where I go in to support schools, whether it's administration, trying to help support their staff and provide opportunities for learning to grow our teachers, our paras, everything to help those students and help our students with disabilities. I also help at provide training in our area. We also go into the teacher level. So we do a lot of different things. And it depends really on what each district and what each teacher, administrator, or para needs. We do everything from para training. And we know we need a lot of that in these times to help reach our students, and then all the way to, setting up systems that support students who have special needs. So we do it all, and we're really happy to work with schools and happy to have this opportunity to tell more about what we're doing in our upcoming summit.
Good morning. I'm Kelly Markham. I am the regional specialist for the IESE Network. And I work very closely with Shauna, going into the schools, working with teachers. And then, so I'm assisting the schools, but then I'm also assisting Shauna in all of our endeavors with our network.
Shauna, before we talk about details about this exciting event that's coming up, the Special Education Summit, let's talk a little bit about the importance of supporting special education teachers. Can you share a little bit about why that support is so necessary and why it's so important that we make sure that we are giving these people the proper resources so that they can be effective in the classroom?
Yes, I love to talk about this because we don't do enough supporting. Our special education teachers, first of all, it's one of the most difficult jobs out there. We're dealing with needs of students, behavioral, academic, trauma, all kinds of things that affect the classroom. And we know that is just not like a little area anymore. It's not just supporting academic needs anymore. And then what we're seeing in our state and across the nation is special educators leave the profession faster than any other gen ed teachers. So that means we're dealing constantly with new special ed teachers or teachers that are filling positions that may not even have their license. So those teachers all need added supports. Plus, they're dealing with students who are struggling themselves, and parents who need help from the schools in helping their students. And so our teachers need support. And a lot of times, other teachers, I was a teacher, we're not sure how to work together even, because we weren't really taught that in school. So all these things factor into supporting a student with disability and supporting those teachers and paras that work with our students. And so a lot of times they're, in our area in small districts too. So they might be one of two teachers in a building. So they're very siloed or, by themselves. So they don't know, how to reach out or find supports for themselves. And then a lot of administrators aren't sure how to help them because it is such a tough job. And right now, a lot of things are pulling our administrators in a lot of different directions. So this is just one avenue, and we really have to learn how to support those teachers so we can keep them in our schools and keep them in our classrooms, because we need that, teachers coming back and learning and getting more professional development, because right now, even the most, person that has a lot of years of experience still needs support in helping our students today.
Shauna, it takes a special person to be a special educator, working with some of our most challenging situations in learning. We have students coming to us from a wide variety of backgrounds and socioeconomic status, but also from a wide variety of abilities. And so it requires patience and expertise. And so that's one of the reasons I'm so excited that we have this network of support here available through our office to support our special educators and our administrators and even our general educators and our parents in working with that population of learners. And so, as we look to continue to support and grow teachers throughout the 23-24 school year, we are kicking off the network activities on Friday, September 29th at the second annual Special Education Summit at Sauk Valley Community College. And it's really kind of a launch to all of the wonderful supports and services that are available to teachers throughout this school year and beyond. So Kelly, as we're looking at this opportunity that's coming up on Friday, September 29th at Sauk Valley Community College, can you tell us a little bit about the Special Education Summit? As I mentioned, this is the second year that we are hosting this event. Maybe a little bit about who it's geared for and what our attendees can expect from the day.
Sure. Well, it's going to start out with a keynote speaker at 8 o'clock. We're going to have sign-in start at 8 o'clock. Our keynote will start at 8:30. It's going to be a largely UDL or Universal Design for Learning focus. And then we're going to have breakout rooms for our new teachers, maybe a little bit more of our veteran teachers, and then an admin track as well. And there is going to be an opportunity for 4 sessions for the teachers. It could be anything from English language arts to math to dealing with behaviors in the classroom, transition planning, SMARTY goals, just a myriad of ideas and concepts and things that we're working on to gear it toward the teacher's needs.
you mentioned, Kelly, administrators. So Shauna, I know that this is a new piece this year, really kind of thinking about how to intentionally supporting school leaders with regards to special education. So I'm curious as to what that looks like. And then I'm also curious, Shauna, if, Kelly mentioned UDL, what is that? And, as you think about teacher leadership or administrative leadership, why does that matter?
That's a great question. Universal design for learning is really important in our classrooms today, not only special education, but our general ed classrooms. A lot of our teachers are equipped to teach like the 50% because that's how we were taught in college, But now post-COVID, we're seeing a wide range of students come in our classroom, and how do we meet the needs of all those students? So Universal Design for Learning helps teachers find ways to meet the needs of more students, no matter what their level. And we kept hearing that from our teachers. The research shows that 17% of our gen ed teachers don't feel prepared to meet the needs of all their students in their tier 1 classroom. And we knew this was a big problem in our area. And so we want to support not only our special educators, but our gen ed teachers as we work to do this for the, how do we help our students? So that was our focus, and that's going to be our focus for the whole year. We're going to do a lot of UDL training to help teachers. But then we also know the flip side is administrators. How do I help my teachers and how do I support my teachers? And so especially in the special education area. So we're doing an admin track also on this day. So you'll learn more about UDL. You'll learn more about how to support your teachers in implementing UDL practices in the classroom. And we're also going to talk about MTSS and how that relates to UDL. Because of all the needs for our students, MTSS has to help us with that. And how, what does MTSS look like in your district? So we're going to tie those together, and then also administrators will have a chance to have a couple breakout sessions too, to address maybe something they need, specifically in regards to special education. So not only is this a chance for our teachers to get more professional development this year, but it's also an opportunity for our administrators to get more help to support their staff and their students.
This sounds like a jam-packed day for sure. If I am a teacher or even an administrator and want to be a part of this, want to get registered, where can I look for more information?
Absolutely. We have all of our information. We have our flyers all on our ROE 47 website. So ROE47.org. You can also visit the IESE Network.org website. And there's all of the information that you would need to register there, as well as if you've received our flyers or you've received any information that has a QR code, you are willing or more than willing and able to register with that QR code as well.
Ladies, thank you so much for taking time out today to share this wonderful information with us about the second annual Special Education Summit held Friday, September 29th at Sauk Valley Community College. Sign-in starts at 8 a.m. at the event, and the day continues at 8:30 with our keynote speaker all the way until 3 o'clock. If you are interested in registering for this event, please visit our website at www.roe47.org, and additional information about the summit will be included in the narrative section of this post. As we move away from that kickoff event, we'll also remind our Facebook community that there are additional supports for administrators and special educators throughout the year. So please check back on our ROE 47 Facebook page and website to learn about all of the wonderful opportunities that we have for continued networking and professional learning throughout the 23-24 school year. As we close out our time together here on Teacher Talk this morning, I want to say a special thank you to Kelly Markham and Shauna Dingus, members of our own team and the IESE Network, for their time and expertise this morning. We are so excited about the upcoming summit and can't wait to see both of you and many, many teachers there. And also on behalf of my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus, want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in this week. Lots of great activities and information coming up. And as always, thank you for tuning in to learn more about all of the opportunities in our Leocal Whiteside communities. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday today, Facebook friends, and even better Friday. And we will see you right back here next Thursday for another edition of Teacher Talk.